Hi traders, we're approaching the European Central Bank interest rate decision. And in this video, we're going to be looking at some of the key factors we need to be aware of as we head into the ECB rate meeting and how that will likely impact the euro. Getting ready for these central bank events is a key part of currency trading. And in this video, we're going to get ready so we're prepared in time for the interest rate decision. The key factors for the ECB interest rate decision are going to revolve around three broad topics. First of all, the COVID-19 situation in Europe. Secondly, the monetary policy outlook for the ECB. And thirdly, the country's economic developments. So, first of all, COVID-19 cases are surging in Europe. There is risk of further lockdowns among the Eurozone. And the first thing the ECB is going to have to really consider is how those lockdowns are likely to impact the Eurozone economy. And we need to look at the rate statement for any hint that needs to be looser monetary policy. So one of the things we need to carefully look for is, are bond purchases going to be increased, for example? At the moment, the bond purchases have been accelerated under the PEP program. So that means they're being bought at a higher rate, but the program itself hasn't been expanded. However, if we do see an expansion of the PEP program, it's not expected, but if we do see an expansion of the program, then we can reasonably expect euro weakness. So that's the first thing to be looking for at the rate statement. The second thing is if the ECB thinks they need to go further, maybe interest rates are moved lower. If there is an interest rate cut, again, that would likely result in a sell-off in the Eurozone. Now, the Federal Reserve and the Bank of England, for instance, aren't hawkish at all, but they are less dovish than the ECB. So one thing we need to just see and keep our eye on is if the ECB have a hawkish shift, say they're a little bit more optimistic than the market was expecting, then we could reasonably see some more euro-US dollar upside. Now, a key indicator that I'm looking at is the bond yield spread between German bonds and US 10-year treasuries. Now you can see here this turquoise line. This is the bond yield spread, and essentially a bond yield spread is kind of a risk profile between two nations. And you can see here on the left-hand side, this is the German Bund. Now there isn't a European Bund, so Germany as the largest member of the European Union, the Bund is seen as a proxy for the Eurozone. And then we also see the 10-year bond for the US. And you can see here, what's been interesting is as US 10-year bonds have been falling recently, German bonds have been pretty resilient. So if this bond yield spread keeps moving higher, and if the ECB are more optimistic, say they start to focus on the fact that they're anticipating a COVID-19 vaccination program that should be successful, and there's no need to adjust the PEP program, and there's no need to adjust interest rates, and if they're more bullish and the general sentiment is focusing that way, it wouldn't necessarily be a surprise to see this 1.20 level being taken out. Either way, this is a key region for euro-US dollar at the moment. Get above, and we could expect some buyers from 1.20. As long as we're staying below, that is a key level. So euro-US dollar at the time of making this video at a key zone. The key thing we're focused on for the ECB meeting is bond purchases. Is the package expanded? Or are the purchases accelerated even further? That should weigh on the euro, should cause bond yields to drop. Or if there's a surprise interest rate cut, of course, that would weaken the euro, and we could anticipate sellers from this region. Either way, the interest rate statement is on Thursday, the 22nd of April this week. So prepare for it, get ready for it. Do come and join me on my webinar as I look ahead for the coming week. Please register on HYCM's website. You can go to blog.hycmlab.com. Just pop in here, blog.hycmlab.com, and you can come along and register for our workshops and our look ahead webinars as we look at this in more detail. Do check out my blog for a host of good resources. You can see here the live market analysis, just on the website, and you can register here just by clicking that button. Anyway, I hope that you are ready for the ECB meeting and that this video has helped get you prepared to see some of the big signposts that are likely to result in some movements in the euro if we get those events happening. Thank you and take care.